This video will be about text size. So, like I said, you want your text size to be exactly the same as in your model. So this will take a little work. Actually, I think a strategy I'm going to use is let's start with these subtitle texts. So I'm going to zoom in on one of those, and I'm going to type some text. This is one strategy to get the size right. I'm going to type it. I'm trying to decide what layer to put it on. Okay, I'll make a new layer. Never hurts to make new layers. So this will be text size layer. Okay, so I'm going to type the word international. International. And I'm going to give it, I'm using, I think you used Myriad Pro, but Myriad Pro also comes in a condensed form. That will be more similar to your model. Am I right about that? Yeah, condensed. Okay. So I'm going to try to make it the same size. I'm going to reduce the text size. It might be condensed bold. Yeah, that's looking kind of close. And that's one you'll definitely have on your computer. I'm going to zoom way in to be sure it's exactly the right size. And it's not quite, it needs to be smaller. That's a little too short. I'm at 24. I'm going to go 24.5. There, that looks right, just about right. You can tell it's not exactly the right font. Oops. I hope I didn't, oh, I think I did move the model. Undo, undo. I should have locked the model. Okay. So that's the subtitle size. What else do we want to look at? I want to get the body text the right size. So I'm going to zoom way in on that. Body text or annotation text. What am I doing? I'm looking for my tools so I can grab my magnifier and I click and drag to zoom in. Okay, so now I'm going to say employed at. So this is not as, oh, it's still condensed, but it's not bold. It looks like, okay, so I'm going to shrink that down. That looks about right. Good. Okay, what else do I want to get? Maybe the size of these big numbers, it looks, well, I was going to say it looks pretty consistent, but these all look the same. This looks even a little bigger, so it's not totally, well, but you can see there's this one size of text that's used a lot, and ideally you should try to do that in your infographic as well. And this looks like it's a different font. It's condensed. I'm not gonna work on that for now. I'm just going to work on size. And I can't remember if you got the right font or not. And whatever font you have, I have it on my computer because it didn't give me an error when I opened your workup. Okay, what else do I want to do? I think those are the sizes of text. Oh, there's just one very big, I think you did that too, so we got to get that. You did a sort of a text comment with big text. So, areas of that's a little too big. Shrink it down. About right. Maybe a little smaller. That was very close. Okay. Now I'm going to back up. The one remaining one is the title, and that of course is various sizes. So, and I'm not sure I'm going to deal with the title right now. I wanted to focus on text sizes. Okay, so now I'm going to show your work. And actually, before I show it, I need to find my bits of text. Okay, so here I have, this is the body text. It's hard to see, I'm going to put it right here where I can see it. Here is the subtitle text, here is the big number text, here is the big comment text. Okay, so now I'm going to show yours, and we can see it's quite different. So let's zoom in. I'm going to use the zoom tool. Actually, now what I can do is I can select your text and then just use the eyedropper tool and grab that. So immediately I get the right size. Let's see, where is it in that box? Oh, I think, yep, because you can't see this, but it was right aligned. So I'm going to line it up. I'm also going to want to get the space in between here, just the same. In fact, okay, see if I can see it if I I'm moving, okay, you can kind of see, I would match those up perfectly. Okay, show you how to do that. Okay, so there's the startup timeline. So this part's easy, I just use the eyedropper tool. Oh, I think the problem is not that your text was left aligned, but mine is left aligned. I'm going to make that, right aligned. So when I use the eyedropper tool, it makes it right aligned. Okay. That one I want to be the same. Actually, what I can do them all at once. You can select them all. Select, select, select. Use the eyedropper tool. Click. There we go. One nice thing is now I don't have, this doesn't have to be 2 lines, which makes it more consistent with your model as well. So place them all. Oh, okay, what's going on there? I guess we hadn't extended that underline. So I'm going to use the direct select tool. That looks good. I can pull up those helper lines again. Get this just right. Oh, that's better. I'm definitely going to want to go in and figure out exactly what the spacing should be. So now that the text is considerably smaller, they're not occupying the boxes quite right. So I'm going to adjust that. I'm wondering if you're thinking this is horribly tedious. This is what good design looks like. It's really tedious. But it also can get, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't assume that about you. Maybe you can just get into the obsessiveness of it as well as anybody else. Okay. There we go. So now we have all the subtitles. I'm going to take away that sample bit. And then we want to change all of the sort of annotation label text and make it a tiny size. I think what we're going to find is, suddenly we have a lot of extra room on the page because you were using such bigger text, but you can deal with that later. Okay, I'm going to use the eyedropper tool, and that's going to make this the wrong color, so I'll fix that almost immediately. I'll click on the white. Oh, and it's left aligned. Or it was right aligned. Okay, this text I think qualified as the big comment text, potentially. I have to decide what to do with this text, but the big comment there, this area is of, but again it's gonna make it the wrong color. And it made it right aligned. Oops, kind of messed it up. select something else and bring it over there. This is just placeholder. Oh, there's a question about what should these be. So let's go look at your model again and see if there's precedent. I think that's kind of tricky because I don't know that there's anything in your model that's really equivalent to those labels. We do have this big text inside of circles, but it's irrelevant. Oh, we do have this also this. Sorry, I'm getting confusing here. I thought there was just one instance of this big text, but there's two, which is good. Usually in good design, you get repetition. Okay, so back to these labels. These numbers are big, but there's big sort of, I don't know what to call these. They're kind of labels. And then there's big numbers. So I guess we could justify having big labels. But then the question is, in your situation, you had two sizes of labels. So for now, okay, we'll go with two sizes of a label and then think about whether that seems right. So this will be the same size as the big text. Oops, I realize this is looking very messy because I didn't cover it up. Okay, the big text like this. Okay, and then the other will be the size of the body text. I realize I missed one. Okay. The body text like this, except we got to make it white. We've got to make it left aligned. Okay, I missed the job one, so I'm going to click on that and make it the same as these. Okay. Okay, it seems like you made this the big text size as well. But that needs to be black. Okay. Then we have to decide what these bits of text ought to be. For now, we'll make it the small text size. There's a little bit of text here that definitely should be small text size. I just realized I didn't lock the backgrounds. But you can see how this is pretty easy once you have a bit of the text that's the right size, and then you just copy it everywhere else. These I'm pretty sure should be small. Oh, we got another ungrouping to do. Oops. Ah, we still have it as a graph. Yeah, we're going to ungroup it so we can edit it. So we want those to be okay. Now I'm worried if I change those as a group. I'm going to see if I can ungroup them. That they'll distort them. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I didn't want them to change places. I didn't want to affect the scale of this chart. Okay, so make those the small text, and make the bottom ones the small text as well. Oh, again, I need to ungroup these so it doesn't treats them as a group. It'll shrink the whole group, and then they won't be lined up with your tick marks on the chart. Okay, so now I think we essentially have this under control. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and address this question of the type here. It's definitely different type. So I'm going, and I realize this is probably all one thing, but I'm going to suggest for this infographic that you use the same text as your model. Sometimes, it's a very different text. It would be fine to have it be different, but that introduces a very different visual language. And since this is another sans serif text, it just feels too similar. So I'm going to go ahead and oops. I'm going to type the title, type it up here. Don't know why it's doing that. Just want the text tool. There we go. Plentiful. Our jobs work for you. Okay, and I'm doing this from memory, but I'm pretty sure. Go back and look at the model. all of this is all caps, but it's very different size, varied sizes, I should say. So I typed it in all caps. So I'm going to want to make it white. Whoops, I didn't select it. Select it, make it white. Okay, and then make it big. Big and varied. So I assume plentiful, since that's the name of your company. That one will want to be very big. I'm going to start with something simple. Which is to say I'm going to make this text same and increasing it till the length is the same, kind of like you've done, yeah. And I'm going to get rid of that text and put this here. And I'm going to shrink this. Actually, here we have another instance. Now we have black, something black on the red background. Let's see, maybe that does occur. We don't ever have black text on a red background. We virtually don't. Here's one minor example of black touching red. Oh, here's another one, but it's an exception. So I would tend to want to make this all white, but I don't know if that's totally violating your idea of your logo. Oops, I lost the little circle. I have to undo that. Grab the circle too. Whoops. Okay. Oh, maybe that was just a dot for an eye. Yeah, sorry. Okay. So that feels more consistent. I haven't carefully placed that yet, but at least the typography now is more consistent with your model. Get rid of this. We haven't used the big numbers. Oh yeah, sorry, not done, not done. Remove that. Just one. Let's see, what is selected right now? Oh, it is the one. Yeah, it just is in the box. Okay, so I'm gonna make it the big number size and the right color. Oops, there we go. Get the 300, make it the big number size, and the right color at once. Oops, there we go. Okay, that feels better. Okay, it feels like there ought to be some more numbers around, but we won't worry about that for now. Okay, so now we're at least tentatively done with the text styles. So I'm going to stop this video.